Hi, welcome back. We are doing this video solution series for all the questions that we put up on the Instagram and Facebook channel. You can visit us for the solutions to the questions that we put out there. And in this video series, we try and make sure that we help you understand all the terms that are there in the question so that apart from learning about the question, you have a clear explanation of the terms that are there. So let's start with the question. You are the project manager of an agile software project which is security classified. The project requires external experts and delivery to add a module based on machine learning. An approved supplier asks you to join the daily meetings with supplier's agile team. However, your days are filled with internal meetings. By which of the following options can the two teams synchronize interactively but less frequently? Okay, options are: come out with a common electronic Kanban, have iterations aligned with common retrospectives, add a scrum of scrum layer and exercise it, come up with a fishbowl window for each site. Now this is your question. In the earlier video I had explained that whenever you look at the question, you have to realize that there are parts of the questions which are important, and if you are able to grasp those words or grasp those sentences which are important, answering the question will be very easy for you. So in this question, what are the important parts? Approved supplier asks you to join daily meetings. So what is happening? A supplier has requested that you join the daily meetings and your time is limited. So in which way can the two teams synchronize interactively but less frequently? The important word here is interactively but less frequently. So you have to be it has to be interactive. You have to talk, you have to engage. That is how they want it. And it should not be in a way where it is imposing on your time and you are not able to give sufficient time and thought process to the process. So this is the crux of the question. They want you to attend daily meetings. You don't have time, but the meetings have to be interactive and they have to be less frequent. So which option suits you best? Now we will go option by option. I will clear the terms in each of the options so that you understand the terms and then it is easy for you to answer the question. So the first is Kanban. A Kanban board looks like this. It can also look like this. Now, the important thing about Kanban is a lot of companies use it, and the way the board looks is not important. Different companies have different philosophies, they follow different rules, they follow different Kanban boards, but each Kanban board will have three things which are critical. The companies can name it in a different way, that is up to them, but in each Kanban board will have a to-do list, something that is in process or in the process of being implemented, and third is what is completed. So a Kanban board, when you look at a Kanban board, it will tell you what is the to-do list, what is in process, and what is already complete. These three things a Kanban board will always tell you. So by definition, what is a Kanban board? A Kanban board is an agile project management tool designed to help visualize work, limit the work in progress, and maximize efficiency or flow. It can help both agile and developer ops teams establish order in their daily work. Now, this is the definition. What you must remember is Kanban helps you visualize work, limit the work in progress, and increase efficiency. These are the 3 points that you must remember whenever you consider Kanban. And visualizing Kanban is not difficult. They are just like tables in an Excel sheet, which will give you 3 things. 1, the work to be completed, the work which is already in progress, and the work which has to be done, or the to-do list. Now, the second point contained a word called retrospective. So what is a retrospective? Scrum is a process of continuous improvement. If you have done even a basic PMP study, you will know what Scrum is. It is an agile term and we concentrate on continuous improvement. And a retrospective is a time for the teams to reflect on the opportunities and accomplish this. Again, this is by definition, we are not concentrating on that. The sprint retrospective is a recurring meeting dedicated to discussing what went well and what can be improved in the sprint. So whenever you think of retrospective, these 2 points have to come to you. What went well and what can be done to improve. So this is what is discussed in a retrospective. A sprint, at the end of a sprint, after the demo, you will have a retrospective, and these 2 things are the only things that are discussed in the meeting. What went right and what can be improved. This you must remember. Now, what is a scrum of scrum layer? Again, we'll go by the definition and then I'll explain it to you what is important and what you must remember. By definition, Scrum of Scrum is a scaled agile technique that offers a way to connect multiple teams who need to work together to deliver complex solutions. It helps team develop and deliver complex products through transparency, inspection, and adaptation at scale. What is important here? Scrum of Scrum is a scaled agile technique. What is a scaled agile technique? In the sense that when you have big projects, complex projects, at that time there are different agile teams which need to connect with them, we need to connect to each other, and that's why it is called a scaled agile technique. A Scrum of Scrum is an evolutionized process of Scrum. Okay, and it helps to connect multiple teams. This you must remember. It helps to solve. It is used in complex projects, and it helps to connect multiple teams. What does the second para say? A Scrum of Scrum involves multiple Scrum teams meeting together by having one or two representatives from each separate Scrum getting together. Hence the name is Scrum of Scrum. So, unlike regular Scrum meetings, however, Scrum of Scrum gatherings don't have to meet daily. Twice a week is enough in most circumstances. So what do we understand about Scrum of Scrum? They help to solve complex problems, and you don't have to meet daily. Twice a week is more than enough. We can explain it better with a chart. We can consider that team A, B, C and D, E, F, they are separate scrums, and the second layer from the bottom are people who are gathering from these teams individually and forming another scrum, and they are having their discussion. That is called Scrum of Scrum. And if the project is really huge, then there is something called a Scrum of Scrum of Scrum. The third layer or the top layer is the Scrum of Scrum of Scrum, where individual people are selected from Scrum of Scrum and they have a meeting to come up with a solution. So if you look at the question, you will realize what was the important part in the question, that it is a complex project and the meetings have to be interactive but less frequent. So the answer obviously here is adding a Scrum of Scrum layer and exercising it. I hope the solution is clear. If you have any doubts, you can comment and I will most certainly answer them. Apart from that, if you have any questions of your own which you want us to answer, you can put it in the comment section and we'll help you with the same. Thank you. Have a good day.